My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people who us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, they betray us so much. I said they lie. The people who us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will knock the ball. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that left us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed and not unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, they betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will knock the corrupt. No one to trust, my people, no one to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. With the promises that left us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed and not unique they deceive us. The thing we saw it frustrate us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, they betray us so much. I said they lie.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Development Liberia. My name is Jamal Kamara, coming to you live from the city of Manchester, United Kingdom. I want to say good evening to my colleagues here. Gentlemen, welcome, Mr. Maurice Jankuba Dole and Paul Delorge. Colleagues tonight. Today is the 5th of December 2025, Friday edition. We say once again, welcome to this show. So, gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Jamal, and good evening to you and Pat Dolly, and also to our audience. It's good to be back on the Borderland Discussion for the Friday edition. It's good to be back. And I want to say thanks to the living God for me to be among the living, to be in paradise. So it's good to be among you guys here tonight.
Mr. Dolly, how do you feel in your area? What's the weather look like where you're at the moment?
Today, really, the weather been a horrible weather. It's been raining, and the water coming from that rain is so cold. If anyone can stand under it for even 10 minutes, you will end going to a hospital. But thank God I'm in my room, and my room is a little bit warm. I appreciate it. I'm glad to see my younger brother, the wonderful brothers, Linford, to join us today. Mr. Linford, you are 100% welcome to be in our midst. I'm glad to see you at all time. Thank you very much. My area is very, very cool, Mr. Kamara and Mr. Chulopli.
Thank you very much. I want to say welcome to our good friend Coley, and who has been away for about 2-3 weeks. Linford Egongo. So welcome to the Borderland platform once again, my brother.
Well, let me say thank you all for welcoming me back, and also for holding the ground while we were away. And I'm happy to be back and to do what we need to do. Thanks for welcoming me.
It's good to see you, Lincoln. It's good to see you, and I see you look sharp. Although it was the most unfortunate situation that you have to travel to Liberia, but it's good to see you, and there's no, you went through hell. It's just how life is. It's good to see you. But I saw you eating cassava or oranges in Monrovia, so you need to update
quite interesting. I mean, Paul picking up that. Thank you for bringing that up, Paul. I know
I think you guys are on point. I did bring some Liberian oranges, and guess what? The oranges were fresh when I brought them, but now they got dried here. They got actually dried, and you don't need to peel them. You cut it, and I think this is a new trick that we can do to preserve the orange. Yeah, I mean, they begin they're not rotting nothing. They begin naturally dry. The peeling begin very dry. So you need to cut it and something like that. So and but like you said, it was hell, and when I lost my mom, and it was like I was deciding shouldn't I go, and then the pressure was so much. Everybody calling me from back home, you gotta come. And so it was like, we decided that we lost on the 10th, we decided she was going to be laid to rest on the 22nd, which would be like 12 days after. And then I was forced to buy my ticket on Monday, and then Tuesday I traveled. Then I got to Liberia on Wednesday. No, I bought it on Tuesday, then I traveled Wednesday, and I got to Liberia on Thursday, and then straight to the interior. So I was literally in Liberia for 4 days. And it was very hectic for me.
Where exactly in Liberia did you go to?
I went to my town, which is behind Palala, Sointa, and then to Koipa. It's a town just between there on the border with Nima and Bon, on the Bon County side. And but it was successful. I think like people say, you bury yourself before you die. In most cases, your ways will make you, So it was good, and I mean, we lost our mom, but I mean, we were all proud to see the entire, not only the town, but people came from as far as Bon County around the Phoebe area, because she once was instructor for traditional midwives in Bon County at the Phoebe Hospital for almost, I think, 2-3 months, and and my misfortune was coming by. I was supposed to come on Monday. I actually left the town left my town on Sunday afternoon, and we got to Monrovia. Well, the next morning, thinking that I could go to the airport like maybe around like 1.5 hours time and check in. When I got there, flight is 11:50 in the morning. We got there like 10:15, and the people said the gate was closed. They can't open. So I missed that flight. I had to buy a new ticket for the same one-way ticket for what I paid for the return ticket. So that trip cost me almost around 3,000 plus. But I mean, again, like I said, it's worth it. I think that's the best we can do. So, but I'm very impressed. I'm very happy that you guys held on, and we are back. Hopefully, we're going to do what we're supposed to be doing. So I want to, and I also want to take this time to thank all of my friends and followers who wished us, condolences during our time of bereavement. I saw all of their messages, and I'm so proud of a group that I belong to, and there's no way that I can extend thanks and appreciation to you guys on behalf of my family. But I think that's the best we can do, and I thank all of you, and we can keep on moving on with our job that we have to do for the Liberian people. And our audience, want to say thank you for holding on with us.
Thank you very much, Linford. Egan, we're back from Liberia, from burying his mom that died 3 weeks ago. We say welcome back to the platform. And once a big thank you to all those who extended their condolences to our brother and good friend here. A good way to say good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're joining us from. Please share the show. We are on the YouTube, Facebook, as well as on the website, which is bottomlineliberia.com. You can go ahead and watch us live from there as well. We'll be also on our radio, the Bottomline Liberia Radio Online 247. You can also catch us live on the radio as well. So I want to take a quick break and come back. We'll straight to the topic. Once again, thank you very much for joining us. Paul, I want to take you straight to what we have on the international. If you don't have something, we want to squat something quite interesting going on around the world today with the draw of the World Cup taking place, I think right now in the United States. Do you have something to tell us about it? Something strange is happening with the FIFA thing, with the FIFA president coming over a FIFA award. Do you care to tell us something about that, Paul?
No, Gemma, I got the information late. I was rushing, so just take us through. We can, because I meant to catch that, but when rushing for the program, I missed everything. So just take us through. Let's update us, please.
No, I know we all can discuss it. I need Linford. No, I just discussing now. Update now.
I think I can.
Yeah, we want to discuss it. So Linford, the thing is quite strange. Now happening because FIFA Peace Prize. So what you want to award this to Donald J. Trump? What Trump is getting FIFA award? Has this guy instituted Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president, who has been a very good friend to? He's been making good connections with Donald Trump. I understand that he was supposed to have attended a FIFA program somewhere. He did not attend because he was with Donald Trump in Saudi Arabia. Or you were on a delegation to go see Saudi people. So he didn't attend some kind of important FIFA meeting. So he's been making friends with Donald Trump. And now he has instituted an award called FIFA Peace Prize Award. He's given that he was going to be conferred on Donald Trump today. Therefore, what do you think about this? What's going on here?
Well, I can only say that the FIFA has been reduced to a political, organization. And level number one, this group called FIFA, which is in fact unconstitutional, should really be dissolved. But again, it cannot be because it's like the world football governing body, right? People love football, and so. But what I think should be done in the FIFA is that there should be reforms. To politicize the FIFA to this extent. I mean, it was like a stage show, And when Infantino was awarding Donald Trump with this thing, it was like children playing behind the house. And I think normally, even the Nobel Peace Prize, or besides that, other prizes that they gave, the science prize, the prize for physics and other things that people give, there's a committee to select this person. But if nothing, I know if Infantino, this Gianni guy, he single-handedly picked Trump, and Trump and this guy are pushing this thing because.
Let me hold you first, Linford. Just tell us, probably people want to get us, our followers right now to know, has there been any FIFA Peace Prize award? Do you know of any? I don't think there's
definitely
any.
you heard if you're not saying that this is the first, and Donald Trump is the first recipient. So there is no committee.
Is there something like he covering for because the Nobel Peace Prize did not go to Trump?
That's
so you want
exactly
to
what
make
I
him
was
happy?
doing.
So
This
kind
guy's
of
dream, Trump's dream was to get the Nobel Peace Prize. That's why he went around the world making these haphazard peace and other things. Peace that never held. This is a man who went to make peace between Israel and Palestine, and Israel, on the other hand, bombed Iran, and he went and bombed Iran as well. Instead of making peace between Israel and Iran, he went and bombed Iran. So the same man. Now Mexico is co-host. Mexico is co-host in this game in these games that are going to America. It was the same Mexico that he blockaded. He built fence before them, and then he started deporting their people. Even as we speak, they're still deporting their people. So what is peace? Is peace when it suits you and you say, okay, I want to do this, and then you do the opposite to the other people. Peace should be peace. So I don't see any reason why FIFA will be reduced to this play toy thing, that simply because he wanted to receive this Nobel Peace Prize, and the Peace Committee, the Nobel Peace Prize Committee knows fully well that this man is not worth getting this prize. But simply because the games are going to America, number one. Number two, the Gianni guy is a good friend of his, and if he doesn't get rich in the particular period, he's not going to get rich anymore. Because whatever he wants, Donald Trump will do for him. Okay, for him to shout Donald Trump with all the price. And I think for me is bizarre, and there should be total reforms in the FIFA.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dole and Paul. Probably got an idea what's going on right now. Your good friend, Donald J. Trump, who is one of your comrades. You always shake hand, drink, dine with. He's getting the Nobel Peace Prize, not the other way around from the FIFA this time. So Mr. Dollar will tell us, Mr. Dollar, what do you think before I go to Paul? What is this going on here? They're making this guy to feel that he's the best man. I mean, they gave him the power of authoritarianism. I mean, kind of full ruthless dictatorship. That's what he's trying to, I mean, he's running all the world around now because he's the most powerful man on earth. So anybody has to make him happy, though. So it looks like this is what's going on right now in America. I mean, with the FIFA going to institute, they call it FIFA Peace Prize, and they're going to go in. And today they are doing the draw, the World Cup draw today, because America and Mexico will be hosting the World Cup next year. So now, what do you think? Is this what we expect in football?
Basically, no. From my view, my understanding about the sport, that's not the best way. Sport not supposed to involve politics. But now they are dragging politics into sport. Most especially, I'm not surprised for Donald Trump to navigate his way into this kind of situation, because he's the kind of person, he has violated so many rules of law in that country, procedures and things. That his son is especially, his son-in-law is especially involved into this and that. His son working in his government. All these things that we never heard it before in American politics. But Trump is doing everything today and going scot-free. So
okay, yeah.
for the FIFA, the FIFA, if the FIFA didn't do this, and if those that are making this decision, I think they need to be impeached from that position. Because they should not involve sport into any nation politics.
Okay, thank you, Paul. I think what I noticed here, like what's the guy name? Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president. It looks like he had absolute power. He instituted his own prize, award, and given to the president, with the whole bowl, the FIFA bowl. Nobody question it, and everybody just accept it. Is this something? Look, I want to go, Mr. Dollar, just talking about Donald Trump getting his son-in-law into peace talks, negotiating. If that happened in Liberia, it's been going on for months, for years. Donald Trump has carried his son job. You say, what is Ghana cruise now to go around the world to speak on behalf of the American government, and he's just not part of the party. Government as well. He has more than 60 projects going in Saudi Arabia. His foundation, his sons are his kids, his children are running those projects in Saudi Arabia. Projects have been given to the Donald Trump Foundation or company to run in Saudi. We know that more than 60 businesses going on for the Trump family in Saudi Arabia. If this is happening, like in the case of Liberia, what would we be saying, Paul?
We'll be talking about nepotism in the first place to start with. But you see,
why nobody complaining? Because it's happening to America. Why we are not complaining? I mean, people, America is big and the biggest and the baddest. Why nobody's talking about it? Even Americans are not talking about it.
That's the style of the American politics. If you remember Joe Biden's son, who was corrupt regarding the Ukraine situation, and he was found guilty, his father had to pardon him because he knew that Donald Trump was going to jail him for a long time. So it's their way of the government. They always put their children into those situations, but I think it's the way they set up in their system. That's why people are not complaining. But they are very corrupt. It's not like if it was an African country doing it, they would be the first to join the bellwether and say, "Oh, these people are corrupt." But the American society is so corrupt. This is the Donald Trump. I just want Linford said something that I just want to add on to that. Donald Trump said he won't bring peace. Now, what happened? The peacemaker is the one that providing ammunition for a war that is going on. That ammunition, he said, your body weapon off me, you're continuing the fight, we're making money out of you. How can you be a peacemaker and you're selling arms? I thought the peacemaker not supposed to be involved in selling arms. So Donald Trump never a peacemaker, but it is what it is. FIFA as a whole, FIFA is corrupt. Remember, when the situation when Russia invaded, Ukraine, FIFA took a stand that Russia will not be part of any sporting activity. But equally so, FIFA accept Israel to be part of all sporting activity. Why are they being so political? So something is not right with FIFA. FIFA is just corrupt.
But this is one organization. This is one organization that you should know has its own law. Number one, FIFA, nobody in the world can sue FIFA. And FIFA cannot sue anybody. So they cannot be audited. This is a very corrupt organization that one man can have absolute power to award a peace prize to somebody. Can you imagine? There is no committee, nobody. So you wouldn't be surprised that the next president for FIFA after Gianni might even revoke that peace prize from Donald Trump. Because anybody, once you are leader in FIFA, you can do anything. Can you imagine? And I mean, like I said, the only thing that will save FIFA is a total reform. But again, who's going to carry on that reform is the biggest question we all need to answer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, gentlemen, that's a good point to raise. But let's go back. We won't go back to John. If you just join over with this boy in Liberia, we'll be discussing issues for Liberia. We got a couple of newspapers here. 1 and 2, 3 major newspaper headlines we'll be diving into here. We're diving deep into it. But we want to talk a little bit about what's happening on the international scene. Gentlemen, recently you may have read in the news or seen on the screen on major news channels what happened with Donald Trump bringing this guy Paul Kagame and the president of Congo together this guy Tshisekedi to sign a peace accord between Rwanda and DRC with the situation in Sudan and other African countries. And this guy, he just brought them to sign it in America, to sign it. This has a commercial connection. He said that. He said, if you guys have this peace going on, we had a chance to go and exploit your resources, more especially in the DRC. But now, he spoke badly of Somalia recently. What happened? I think what is happening in what is placed in Minnesota area, and he spoke about the Somali representative in the House. I want you to see take me through here, gentlemen. Trump is doing what he wants to do, and the people in the world sit and look at this guy, and he does what he likes. And I still want to go back to it. If we and any president in Africa try a little bit of this, even look, the last time we were, talking about the Bessie, the guy, the justice in the of the chief justice of Bessie, I think brought his son. He was appointed as one of the justices as well, and that was widely condemned. And he said, the woman said there was no constitution, no law says that somebody can be appointed. There's not no relationship. He's qualified, and now he eventually the guy has to return, has to resign. But you see what's happening in Great America. Why, if America is it doesn't it works for America, it doesn't work for other parts of the world? Paul can take on Linford can answer, please.
But Jamal,
Yeah.
Trump from day one before his first campaign, that's Trump's star, and it just shows the kind of people in America. Trump started it, they accepted it because when you have a racist society, they always look for people that will lead the charge. And the other people been pretending. So Trump came out strongly to say, look, this is the way we're going to behave. And they bought into it. So the guy, he's not going to change. That's his style. And what Trump have done so far, do you know, is also awakening the far right in Europe. In Britain, for example, there's a guy called Nigel Farage. Oh, Trump has shown him the way. So these guys now, all of them are waking up because that is Trump's style. In the racist society, people were quiet, but Trump opened their eyes, so they're going for him. So anything Trump does, they're just gonna let him do it. That's to have his way. Could you imagine this very Trump that you have NATO leaders buying down to Trump as well? They don't want to challenge him. So what you think about America? He spoke badly about a girl from Somalia who is in a house. He said a lot of things about Somalia. It's a stink country. They kill each other. All sorts of things he said about Somalia. But this is a very guy that won a Nobel Peace Prize, talking down on country. And then he brought in Paul Kagame and the Congolese president, pretending that he's signing a peace talk. But we know it's not about peace talk because the fighting will still continue. It's the rare earth mineral that he wants. And you cannot be fighting because the M23 also operate in our area. So Trump being smart, say, look, yes, bring these two people together. If they start fighting in this area, we can draw the mineral from there. So the fight will continue. Apart from the M23 group, there are other factions in Congo too. So it's not only Paul Kagame and those and the president of Congo. What about the other factions? Because people are there fighting. The Chinese there also that are taking the mineral. You have the Russians also there. So they're all the Jewish people also there. So the part of that country Trump won the rare mineral. That's where they sign a peace deal. It's just business deal. It's not peace talk.
Okay. All right then.
On it, yeah.
Okay. Leave or Mr. Dollar can comment on that. Then we'll go straight to Liberia and see we got what is making news in Liberia during this week. Mr. Dollar, you want to talk about that, or Linford, so we can go to Liberia?
Okay, you're talking about the peace talk in between Congo.
No, we just to analyze what is happening. Donald Trump is doing in America. Yeah. The guy, his son-in-law, Jerry Kushner, who is part of every delegation going peace talk delegation, son-in-law, not in the government, and now he's everywhere. And also he was just there's a serious fighting. Sudan is ultimately destroyed now. With that country is finished right now. It's not nobody talking about that. He's talking about taking, sending bombing somewhere in Nigeria because they are kidnapping or abducting people. Sudan is there. He talks shit about Africa. I want to say, sorry to say, they say all kind of nonsense about Africa. And he also said about when he brought Congo president and DRC, Rwanda president Paul Kagame and Tshisekedi, this guy from Congo, DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. Democratic Republic of Congo president into to America to sign a peace deal. I'm just saying all this he's doing, we know he said it. They want to have access to the resources in those countries. Because of the fighting, the people, the American companies can get access to the resources. So you see, Paul is not hiding his intention. Donald Trump does not hide his intention. He's just clear. He tells you what he wants to do. Is he a guy that we should admire or we should condemn? Because he tells you this is what he's going to do, and this is what he is. He's not a conventional politician, guys. He tells you, I want to do a day. He said it. Listen to his son. He said, I'm making sure these two presidents sign, these two countries sign this piece of called. We want to have access to. There will be access to the minerals in those resources. There are great minerals in those countries. But then other presidents will be playing politics. Will call it will be all political gimmicks to make sure feel good, but they are not doing the right thing. He tell you, I don't like it. I don't like it. So should we hail him for what he's doing and be honest with us, than being pretending like most presidents be doing? And I was just talking about what he's doing with his family members, doing things that his government officials should be doing. And when that happened to us in Africa, more especially Liberia, let's take Liberia for an example. What would we be saying if Mr. President Joseph Boakai got his son? What is Bonnie? What is Sonny? Jojo to go to Nigeria, or to what's the fighting going on right now? To go to Somalia or to go to Sudan on a peace call. What would the Liberian press will be press newspaper be screaming? Tomorrow news headline, Monday newspaper headline. Linford, tell me how the headline will look like.
You want me to talk all Linford?
No, I want Linford to just predict because he's a journalist. Then what the newspaper headline will look like if Jojo has been appointed to serve on the peace mission to one of the African countries. What Monday newspaper? What? Give me an example. What the newspaper headline will look like on Monday.
Well, I mean, the usual sensational headline.
Give me just an example. Just give me a big one that we normally see in Liberia. What would they say?
People will say, if I were writing a headline, I would say,
give me a caption.
My caption would be, Prime Minister.
No. Go on.
Yeah.
Go give me a caption. Okay, I'll give it. Think about it. Mr. Dollar. Mr. Dollar, what do you think?
Because I really don't know how to write.
Think about the caption. Just think about two captions that will make headline in the Liberian newspaper be screaming Monday morning if Jojo is being sent by Joe Barker to represent us in one of the peace conferences. I mean, to negotiate, talk somewhere in Sudan. I mean, the fighting groups in Sudan. I don't know how the headline will look like on Monday, very newspaper. Probably, I want to see what will happen on the front page Africa and Daily Observer. I mean, Daily Observer is a little bit moderate. Front page Africa, independent, hard facts, new down.
Analyst. So what if we say Joseph Numa Barker, the best president since 1847, have sent his son?
So what? No, he said they'll call him the what was that?
The Prime Minister.
Go on. Okay, give me a comment. Then I'll go to Linford. I still want to get a caption from you. You'll go to the newspaper. Mr. Dollar.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, you will be classified as a family club.
That's correct.
Yeah.
But is it right? Why do we look up to America for changes, a lot of things for democracy, other things? They like with Liberia. Always there was that they call Liberia a stepchild of USA. So if we imitate America, the presidency, should it be right? Should Mr. President Barker do the same? That's the question I'm asking. Will we support that? Will we complain?
Listen, to be very frank, when you are a baker, you got no choice. That's the reason why. Donald Trump see that he's above the law. Everybody's yawning to him for recognition, for supporting here and there. So you don't care. And when Donald Trump were running his campaign, things that he's doing right now, he said it. He didn't hide it for anyone. He said it. He said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab the people and ship them back to where they come from. And, all kinds of hard language he came up with. And the people cheer for him. He said, yeah, that's the best person we want. Our country have been very crowded and blah, blah, blah. So he take over. Now, he know fully well. Let me be realistic. Let's be honest to ourselves. We've seen it. Let us not be secret in this thing here. Let us know that Donald Trump does not value nobody in America but himself. Because that's it. Full stop. He does whatever he want to do and nothing come out of it.
Okay. So is that power abuse?
Can I
or what?
ask
Anyway.
something quickly before you go? Can I ask something? You know, when you born plenty children, you always have a child among them who is a spoiled child, and Donald Trump is just that child. So
no, but
he
Paul,
get away
I don't
with anything from small.
Paul, the question I'm still having, I think you guys, let's discuss it 1 minute, just 1 minute. I think America has strict rules. They call it SOP. You guys know what it means. America has its own SOPs, standard operating procedures in terms of running the government. They got the laws. Then there's this guy above the law. That's the question I'm asking. Even he has his own attitude, because if you're a president, the laws are there to put in check, right? Is he going against? So what he's saying? Now, come in, Mr. Chuluple. I want you to, because you're saying he's guy, what he does, what he like. Okay, fine. But the law says that the president cannot do this, president cannot do that. He's doing all this, that. Is that what the American laws are saying? No, probably he got the ultimate power that he's using it to the best of his ability, using his power that he has. He's powerful. So this is why he uses it. Probably the other president did not use the power they had before, and Donald Trump is making use of it. So what we are seeing right now, past president in my lifetime, I have not heard or seen any American president making this kind of ultimate use of power. And he's doing that, and there's no complaint. And nobody's dragging him to court or calling him for, asking him to resign or going for impeachment.
I'm not cutting you off. Please, Mr. Chuluple, before you come in, let me just tell Jimmy this thing here. Today, if you see Donald Trump doing a lot of things, nothing coming out of it. The secret is just a short and easiest open secret. First of all, people that are supposed to run a procedure to put you on a check list are the House of Representatives and the Senate. All those he put their hand out to say, yeah, this is the person I'm supporting to be representative or senator, all win. Those that against his way of doing things, that he didn't put their hand up, none of them win. They run for the position, none of them win. So basically, those that are supposed to put into to the check line are the member of the House of Representatives and Senate, and they will not do it because they fear that if they do it, they will not be re-elected. It's open secret. It's there.
Okay, Paul, what do you think? I'll make the last comment, so we'll go straight to our newspaper, guys.
So, Jamal, I think that the guy rating in America is very low, and he has been brought to check many times by the Supreme Court in America. And also, remember they had this thing about the government shut down because of his policy on finance. It took almost a month before they could start paying civil service over there. So yeah, people are checking him. The rating is low. But Donald Trump being Donald Trump, he will go after people, abuse people. No one will say anything because that I know the American kind of buy into that idea. He downgrade anybody he wants to. So that's Donald Trump's style. But when the law, I think that Supreme Court usually checkmate him. When he going wrong, they will tell him, say, no, this is not a way forward. So, but on the other side, the American president can use their children to be like what you're saying, like the son in Saudi Arabia and other places running his business. We had Joe Biden's son that were very corrupt too. He was in Ukraine taking millions. So I think it's the way they operate in America. So that's why people are not talking. That is their style. That is standard operation procedure you're talking about. So Donald Trump being Donald Trump, he's just a crazy guy, but the Americans deserve the guy they put in.
All right. Okay, Linfo, if you don't have any caption for me, we'll go straight to Liberian newspaper. Like if you just join us this morning, Liberia,
I try to find a caption, but
I know your mind is not set down. You came from a long trip from Liberia.
Yeah, before we go to Liberia, there is something that is catching my eye since whole day, and it all has to do with the scene crisis in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia, right? And Trump according to what I heard tonight, before he receives the peace prize, he's making frantic effort to end this war. But all the time he makes effort, it seems to be that nothing is happening. So I don't see any reason why he should even be awarded. And there is sorry for the noise, my background, it's just beyond my control. There is this video that I have where they say we the EU country, we the NATO, because EU is in NATO, so we the NATO country, we are ready. So if you don't mind, just a short video, I think about 30 seconds. Let me roll it and then we hear. Let's see the escalation of that war. And this one comes from the Guardian newspaper, so it's not our work. So we'll make a disclaimer. Let me see if I can play that video.
We face real and lasting dangers. Russia continues its brutal war against Ukraine, increasingly targeting its people and critical infrastructure as winter sets in. Russia is also demonstrating increasingly reckless behavior when it comes to NATO, such as violating our airspace, conducting cyber attacks, and deploying spy ships to map allies' undersea infrastructure. Ukraine's security is closely linked to our own. Our support must continue unabated to help Ukraine defend itself today and deter tomorrow. Putin believes he can outlast us, but we are not going anywhere. Today is yet another clear sign that he is wrong. We are strengthening our support for Ukraine and increasing pressure on Russia. Nobody wants peace more than Ukraine. And as we work hard for peace, we must continue to provide Ukraine with the tool to defend its sovereignty and achieve a lasting resolution. Finally, NATO is a defensive alliance. We will remain a defensive alliance, but make no mistake. We are ready and willing to do what it takes to protect our 1 billion people and secure our territory.
Wow. And that was the former, I think, Dutch Prime Minister. And now he's the president of the EU, something at the European in Brussels. He's making a European statement. I think he's making a statement for Europe on behalf of NATO. Yeah, yeah, that's a powerful statement.
Of NATO. He's the chair of NATO. That's the chairman of NATO.
So that's what I'm saying. He's the former prime minister of the Netherlands.
Of the Netherlands. But the question is, do we see any peace? Any peace? Because NATO is America's power, military power in Europe. Okay, so if they are saying that they are ready, they are not saying that we'll make peace. They say we are ready. So it means that it's a rule of engagement. They are ready to engage. If Putin continues according to what he says, so do we see any peace for which Donald Trump should be even receiving anything called peace prize?
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. Well, your comment is your question is very good. But the question is not a word that instituted the peace prize. Is your Gianni Infantino, FIFA president, make his own decision to give to make Donald Trump happy? So the peace prize is giving just a consolation. So it's nothing that we should talk about anyway, because it's like first time in the history of FIFA is giving peace prize. We never heard of it before. If it has to be given to anybody, I think George will deserve one. I mean, being one of the best president to leave office before the result of the election, I think FIFA should award him for that. I think he shouldn't be giving. Donald Trump just need to be compensated, kind of. He want to compensate Donald Trump with an award. So we all know that he's messing up. The recent peace talks that are going on, they're all made up. They're all stage managed, so we know how it goes. So for me, he doesn't deserve anything. He's just a crap talker. He's just there to talk some other stuff. He talked down on Africa, more especially Somalia recently, and the Somalia president said he cannot respond to everything. And I mean that says all. So if a crazy man hate you, hit by the crazy man, you're all crazy. That's what the comment saying. So that's how I will answer that question.
Well, and Jamal, then for us, if will there be any peace? Yes, it will be peace when the Russians are ready, when they finish seizing all the territory they want. Then the war will come to an end, but they will not accept anything from NATO. NATO is being defeated in this war, no matter what people want to say. You see the drones, Russia and Ukraine had drones before. when the war started, it was the NATO that went in and brought the drones. So what Russia did, they went to Iran to take their drone technology. So all of these things that happened, NATO have been defeated. Russia are taking chunk of territory from Ukraine, and Putin knows that they have captured one major city and they're pushing people forward. So they're not going to accept any peace plan from Donald Trump or the EU until they get what they want. When they have captured everywhere they want, the war will come to an end. So all of the Western propaganda that is being saying that, oh, the Russians are dying in millions, but they're taking territory. You are not dying. You now fighting for peace. So NATO have been defeated, and that's why Donald Trump is calling for peace.
And I saw another video somewhere, but I just misplaced
I want to get something.
You're coming to that. I saw another video somewhere about where Putin said, you know, if NATO or Euro wants war. In fact, he didn't use the word NATO. He said, if Euro wants war, we are ready. He said, what we're doing in Ukraine, we are doing it surgically. We are not fighting them. We are doing it surgically. We are going in there and plucking out key people, key things. But if Euro wants war, we are ready to fight war, and there will be nobody to make peace. There will be nobody left to make peace. So this is terrible, you know, from both sides. People are throwing jabs. It's terrible, and people may be taking it for fun. But like I said, I think it was Paul. Somebody said it one time here that one crazy guy could sit down somewhere and one morning he wakes up and start thinking something, and we'll be talking different story. You see it? We're not the kind of war that people are thinking about. It's not a war in the Second World War or the First World War. No, you're not going to have few guys, some people children and walking on the ground to go shoot gun. No, one boss sitting down somewhere with one small button to press, and that's it. So you know, I think all the people making threats and you know and being flamboyant, they got to come to themselves and make sure that the United Nations will work and let the world be peaceful, or else one morning we'll be talking different story.
Let me tell you how I see it, gentlemen. I think we spend a little bit of time on it, but it's necessary we talk about it. I think there will be for me, I don't predict that there will be no kind of massive World War III. What is happening in Ukraine right now is just a game Putin and Trump are playing. Two of them are playing. And you talk about NATO, Paul, I agree. NATO has been defeated because the major contributor in NATO is the United States of America. The United States is not providing any more support since Trump came to power. When Joe Biden was there, the force was different. This guy was going to America every now and then. Zelensky was going to America to get support. They were sending arms and armory to Ukraine to fight Russia, and they were gaining grounds in Russia in a war. Same Trump came to power. The success of Ukraine has been very minimal. Those arms and ammunition to be receiving is minimal from Europe. So within NATO, America is the biggest contributor. It's the elephant in the room. So America is not giving, Donald Trump is not giving anything to Zelensky. And the last time he has had meeting, look what I'm telling you guys. Donald Trump is having meeting with Zelensky without a European involvement. If you listen to the speech from the NATO president right now, he's speaking protecting Europe. He's not even thinking about fighting for Ukraine anymore. So what they're saying, if they're right to fight, we will protect ourselves. But what they said, when Trump came to power, he said 60% of the support going to Ukraine is from us. So we're going to put a hold on it. So what he's doing, he's arm twisting Zelensky to accept whatever Putin put forward. So Putin, the recent peace deal they're putting up, major territories captured by Ukraine must be turned over to Russia, or else they are not giving it. They are not going for it. So Trump is telling this guy in the background, look, keep bombarding them. They will listen. It happened when it happened in Gaza. When they were talking, peace talk, those Israelis, the Israel Defense Force were bombing Palestine. The Gaza while peace was going on. They were forcing it to submission. So this is what Putin is doing right now. He's not listening. If Trump says stop, he will stop. But Trump is not telling him to stop. Trump is saying go ahead, and once you will force them to submission, then they will turn those territories you want. This is the deal. If you have listened to what I said recently about the peace deal, Russia wants to area capture by Ukraine to give it back to them. So then they can talk. And Ukraine say it's not possible. So Russia says, okay, if it's not possible, we're not talking. So have you heard Putin saying that it's not possible? Trump is not saying anything. Trump is telling Putin, keep hitting them. Once you hit them, they will listen. Once you don't listen, you just hit them because you got upper hand now. Now, if you listen recently, Russia is getting upper hand in the war. So NATO is not supporting Ukraine anymore as it was. So Europe has failed Ukraine. America is not willing to put in more money. America is not giving any more money, any more arms, and nothing to Ukraine if Ukraine is not listening to Putin. So this is the war. It's not going to happen. You said it, Paul, which I support. The war will end. Most of the territories captured by Ukraine will be given back to. If the war will stop, it will go back to Putin, Russia, and now there many concessions will be made, and it will be a lot of bargaining. The bargaining chips, they gave us what you took from us. Then we're able to sign the deal. Now, Russia is bombarding Ukraine every day. It was not like that when Putin, Joe Biden was in power. Joe Biden had a good support for Ukraine. So definitely what we are doing here, we're watching a serious political game between Putin and Donald Trump. Donald Trump is supporting Putin to push this guy. So, and also he's interested in the resources in Ukraine. If that happens, Ukraine don't go down. Then you go and sign a deal with get some resources out of Ukraine. That's what Donald Trump wants. All about business. That's the guy. So that's my analysis.
Yes. That's a good analysis. But what happened here, you see the Donbass region that have the resources has been captured by Russia. So, and this is the resources that Trump wants. So what if the guy who captured the thing, that's the guy you're going to do business with? So
yeah, but that's why he wants. He will do business with Putin. Yeah.
Exactly. The big
you know what? Let me tell you, Paul. What will happen now? When after the war, definitely Zelensky will not be in power. And now, if you're looking what's going on right now, most of the top ranks are being involved in corruption. Now, there's an issue going on within his cycle. There's a conflict going on. They're causing trouble for him now. The whole system is on fire. They're just trying to unseat him in one way or another. They're just causing some in his in-house. It's causing trouble for him. All his surrounding has been tinted. Top ranks are all corruption cases, all going. Going. You know, Ukraine by nature is corrupt. People, you know that. Ukraine, one of the European countries in Eastern Europe, one of the world corrupt country in the world. Everything, the 419, the cryptocurrency, the everything was going on in that country. Everything. You live for you visited that country. There where where they sit. They have a special office sit to just call people and just scam people. The sit of scam. I'm telling you, that was Ukraine. And now today, you know, when they got millions of dollars who are going during the war to those generals, so they were not giving an account, and the guy was making a peace talk. He was forced to resign because hundreds of millions of dollars went to him. He did not make a report of it, and many other people around him are involved. So this guy is sitting on the town. Once if war is over, he's going to be forced out. It may even be George. So definitely, he's fighting for his life, not only the presidency anymore. So there are a lot of this is analyzing from different angle, but I think. I believe that Ukraine, Putin and Donald Trump are playing game.
Right.
Jamal, you're right. When the big hands are somewhere, they decide. The war will come to an end when the big hands decide. So
now you see what
Putin can move to Liberia.
Putin is in India right now discussing with Modi, the Indian Prime Minister.
Yes.
To sell oil to him. So who can stop him? So this is how it goes. That's the politics. So gentlemen, I want to take a quick break. We'll come back, go straight to Liberia. We'll be looking at so many major headlines and main news in Liberia. Paul, what we'll be looking at? We'll come back. Tell us before we go back for a quick break. What we'll be looking at?
Well, Jamal will be looking at a party that was polled yesterday, and if they reached today, we'll be looking at the Unity Party. They're having a big rally tomorrow, so we'll be looking at now the Kino Rescue. So let me put this one up quickly. I don't know if that's going to show. You see, the Alternative National Congress is now questioning Unity Party. They're more or less interested in building party headquarters than to help the suffering people. So another newspaper here carried this story where they say, oh, come on, it's up. Unity Party poll yesterday, reached today. We'll be looking at that story. So, Jamal, when we come back, we'll be diving in it. Is Unity Party can rescue Liberia or they can suffer the people more?
And this one also. Ability to support this guy bill to cut down salary. How they going? What's the name? Oh, what have I done? Sorry, guys.
Delon?
I'm sorry. I apologize. At this, oh my goodness, I did something here. This is it. The bill they supports billions. I mean, Dylan's salary cut in the House. So we'll be talking about that too. There's I don't know. They are taking the House of Representatives is taking $8,000 as a month and salary. That does not include the fringe benefits. So these are things we'll be looking at, and this is a fight in the House right now. So we'll take a quick break. We'll go step by step, and we want you to join the conversation. What do you think? If you have the time to read your thought, if you want to call, we'll put a number across the screen so you can give what you think about the topic on our discussion. Let me take a quick break, and we will start the conversation for Liberia.
You are welcome to the Bottom Line Liberia.
Yes, indeed. You're welcome to the Bottom Line Liberia. I'll go straight to Linfa, who has not been here for us for long. Linfa, we'll give you time to go through this newspaper that just Paul going to put up on the screen. What do you think? The party that was poor yesterday is rich today. Paul, put up the newspaper. What is it about Unity Party? They said they are building a multi-million-dollar headquarters.
And so the Johnny just come from Liberia, right?
Tell us, what do you think? Is that a wrong thing? The party should not build their house? I mean, why should we make an issue? I mean, this is what I was talking about. They got Krusna in the party. I mean, going to speak for the Americans, not even part of the leadership. When the party want to build their own house, then we complain. You tell me, why should we complain? Paul, why should we complain? This is what I'm talking about. Why should we complain?
First of all, I went to Liberia. I did not enter Monrovia. If I went to Monrovia, it was only we drove. I wanted to see the highway, the RIA highway. So we drove and we turned around and ran driving to ERW Junction. I did not even know that I went to ERW Junction. So I must admit one thing, that there's a lot of people's development, not governmental development. People are building houses along the road. People are building houses. I mean, we enter the round driving to ERW Junction. I didn't know that was it. So, but to answer your question, you see, Liberia is such an interesting country, right? We have seen this thing over and over and over again, but yet we still do not believe that we have seen it. That people will come to power only to enrich themselves, but when they come to us to elect them to office, we behave as if to say we don't know what they're going to do, or it's said that we do not pay attention, or we don't remember, or we don't know what happened in the past, or we don't keep history. So that if you look at the caption, poor yesterday, rich today. Yes. Yeah. If you look
this is what I like about Liberian newspapers.
Yeah,
but the question I'm asking you, Linfo, go ahead. Why are you discussing, Mr.
I'm coming to your question. Your question to me, if I honest to you, was why is it that we are complaining about this one when?
No. I finish with that. What is it wrong for a party to build their own headquarters while they are in power? That's the question.
But is it right either?
I'm just asking. I asked my question. You turn back the question back to me.
The question is hypothetical, right? So if you ask whether it's wrong, I could say yes, it's right. But is it also wrong that you get your party headquarters while you are not government? Because that's when we know that you have institutions.
Okay. I got you. I got it.
You don't wait. You get food. I mean, you're supposed to eat the food there. You can't eat until when somebody gives you the food, you eat it. Then you behave as if to say you don't want cooking the food. No. So,
you see, they won't come to the problem you're talking about. When George Weah was football player for 11 years, professional for 11 years, he did not build condominium, for the condominium. When he became president, second years in power. I mean, I don't know how many years he spent. He built those buildings.
2 years in power.
2 years, he built 40 condominiums. You saw that.
So the question you asked, whether it is wrong or right, you see, there is nothing wrong with that. But the thing is the optics, that you're supposed to be an institution. You're supposed to be a party. In fact, this Unity Party has led this country for 12 years before. And then they were in opposition for another 6 years. So that's 18. And then they're having 6 years more, like 24 years. So why have they been waiting for all the years to build a party headquarters? In fact, remember that this party was evicted. They were evicted when they were in opposition. They were evicted. See it? And only now that they have power, then they say they're building. So the question is, where are they getting money from? Then they should, and they were questioning George Weah. Why is George Weah building condominium? Why he demolished his Nine Street, residence to refurbish it? So should we ask them the same question too? Why are you building party headquarters now? And not only in Monrovia, remember, they are saying they're going to build it in the 16 counties. So take for example, common example that each of the party headquarters will take $1 million. So that's $16 million they're going to use to build party headquarters. Where is this party getting money from?
Okay, then. A quick question. I'll go to Paul. Paul and Mr. Dollar, I know you'll get last. Paul, it's a possibility that, like, since 2 years now, Unity Party in power, you know what we do in Liberia. Once you come to power, people begin to cross carpet. Many people cross carpet on the Unity Party for 2029 because they don't know what 2029 is going to look like. They want to deal with it. I like Kakurapoto, they live Kakurapoto. He say, I will spread my wet clothes where the sun shines. So now people are crossing carpet, going to the party. Don't you think the party has asked members to raise funds? Each member has been taxed to pay some amount of money to raise this money to build a party headquarters. Because the question is, no, they are not stupid to say, we're going to take the money from government covers. The party member could be asked to pay for the money. Don't you think it happen? That's for Mr. Dollar and also for Paul. Because we complain about they having a party headquarters. Those days, now they were not in power. They forgot power. Ellen they didn't want. Now they want to do it. So they could ask party members to pay their dues and pay for those facilities, to build the facilities. You don't think it's possible? Paul?
So it's not possible, Jamal. Let's be honest here. Not possible.
Okay.
Because the newspaper telling us, you were poor yesterday, today you rich. You remember a few months ago, Joe Boyka built a $10 million house in Foya. He claimed he was on loan yesterday. So where he got $10 million from to build the condominium in Foya? That's the question. And nobody he cannot tell where he got the $10 million from. These guys that were poor, poor yesterday. They were very poor yesterday that they could not even raise a dime to pay their party headquarters rent. They were evicted. So coming in government now, today you say, oh, member can give 5,000, 1 million each. Where are you getting that money from? Some of the post salary does not even reach that amount. And how many people in Unity Party that actually employ? Now, if you will, there's another newspaper, they are even asking town chief and clown chief to pay $250 if now you're not get salary. So something that you didn't do for 12 years, for 18 years when you're in opposition and ruling party, now you've been 2 years in government. Why you did not build your party headquarters? Because CDC decided to break ground to build something. So now Unity Party said they're going to do it in the 15 counties. Oh, but before you became government on the day, when Unity Party, before Ellen took it over, they were already there. Why they didn't build their party headquarters? So the newspaper is telling us that these guys, they were poor yesterday, now they're in government. They have stolen from the Liberian people. They're now able to build party headquarters. That's the simple answer to this.
Paul, can I ask you before I go to Mr. Dollar, did you read the newspaper in full? Paul, did the newspaper tell you how rich is how rich is Unity Party? Did they tell you how much in terms of monetary values? Did they tell you they are billion or trillion? Did they say anything like that? It just say this is the sensationalism we're talking about. They sensationalize things. They were rich. They are rich yes. They were poor yesterday. They are rich today. But it's not this. Did this story tell you how rich is Unity Party?
Well, the thing is, if you decide to build party headquarters in the 15 counties, that means each of them, they said they will spend at least $1 million on each of the party headquarters. So where you getting $1 million from, and you're in opposition, you couldn't afford $10,000 to pay your rent, but now you can afford to pay 15. So yeah, just common sense, Jema.
Yeah, but
so it's not the taxpayer money.
So Paul, let me add a little to what you just said. You see, I don't think riches or the worth of man is not measured by the number in his bank account. No, it's measured by your lifestyle. See it? So I've seen millionaires that are not poor, that live like poor men, but they are millionaires here, right here. We all go to the shop, buy the same amount of bread, the same kind of bread, you know. But the guys are millionaire. When you see the guy company, you don't believe it. Okay? Now, but the lifestyle that a person lives. So if you look at the lifestyle of the Unity Party people, where they say, if they say they were building, you know, one headquarters like in Monrovia, but you talk about 16 counties. Okay, so even take $100,000, which is very small, that cannot be part of the headquarters, but let's put it at 500,000 times 16. You know how much money that? Make it at 1 million times 16. You know how much money we're talking about? So their lifestyle is telling us that they are rich. Because if they were not rich, they wouldn't want to do the kind of thing, undertake the kind of project. And remember that nobody is saying that Unity Party wants to. They say that they will. We will say it means that they have the power, they have the money. If somebody were accusing them, we say, oh no, how you know that people can make it? But they are saying they will. We will. They are not saying we shall or we want to. They say we will. So it means that they have the mic. They say when blind man say I will stone you, be mindful. You already got a stone.
Right. Okay, Mr. Dollar, before I come to you, they want to let our listener know, if you just join us, this is the Bottom Line Liberia. We are discussing Liberia. On the screen, the independent newspapers, we say, the headline reads, Unity Party, poll yesterday, reached today. It's all about Unity Party is trying to build, the ruling party now in Liberia is trying to build headquarters all in the 16 or 15 counties in Liberia, and that's going to cost money. It's a massive mega project. So we are discussing it. They were poor yesterday, they are rich today. So the question is, where do they get the money? Mr. Dollar, what do you think about this thing? So are they worse than the past government? Now, the guy who in 2 years built a condominium, did not build a headquarters, but you were building personal property, personal assets everywhere. Now, Unity Party is trying to build multi-million-dollar facilities around the country. What do you think? Are they worse than the past, the predecessor?
Thank you very much, Mr. Kamara, for giving me the floor. It's my honest opinion on this thing here. To build their party headquarters, they have a right to do it. There's no time frame to that, whether they are in power or not in power. The only thing that we should be concerned about as a Liberian is where they're getting the money from to build it. That need to be investigated by the Liberian people. You see, we do know that the government of our country is a place where people go to get rich. People don't go there to serve the people. Everybody knows that. But the integrations of this kind of unscrupulous behavior is derived from the criteria, the foundation that lay for someone to become a state leader is not properly vetted. One of the places that the Liberian people and opposition political parties that need to take it as a serious issue is the criteria that qualify someone to go to the election commission to be given certification to run for elected position need to be very properly. Something we call integrity, repetition is not soberly looked into by the election commission. A criminal can come today so long the criteria that I know about the election qualification is you must live in the areas where you want to run for a leadership, for a number of years. You have to get certain petition signature. You have to get certain.
Okay, Mr. Dollar, I got that now. We just want to talk about this party now. I know
Yeah,
that election. I know I got you now, Mr. Dollar. Sorry, I know you want. I'll give you time to explain that. I want to know the issue of the political partner, like the condition of becoming elected. That's a different thing. I would love for you to talk about that later on. I just want to know what is this? You said they had a right to build. The question is, are they worst in terms of getting rich quicker compared to the WEA government? That's the question I want to ask you. You say something on that to me.
Yeah,
what they acquire in the first 2 years and what the joy we are causing in the first 2 years. Because we are seeing newspaper. Listen, sir, the newspaper headline says that party was poor yesterday, is rich today. The criteria of being elected, that's a different point of discussion. I want you to just see if you can speak on this for me. Just 1 minute, please.
Okay, let me speak on this, what he just said. It's a scene 6 and 7. There's no difference. That's the reason why we're asking the Liberian people to think otherwise, to select alternative push to take the leadership. Because the two parties, there's no difference. The past one, what they did, this one are coming in, they doing even more than that, or equal to that. So obviously, they don't want to continue to be leading our country. So, but before you blame somebody exploiting you, what led him to get there to exploit you? You need to look at it cleanly. That's
Okay.
the reason why
I agree. I agree with you, and that's a very good discussion. That I don't want to divert from the topic. That's what to go into that. I like that point. Which we will talk.
They're no different from the past.
Yeah, we will discuss that. But the gentlemen, let me ask you guys, Linford, will you mind welcoming those on our platform? Just welcome them. Then I got a question for you on my colleagues, platform panelists, with regard to this Unity Party being reached. Linford, will you mind welcoming those who just joining us that we know from here, that on following on right now, please?
Okay, I want to say welcome to Tadela Brand Chilo Place. She's of course, if there is nobody on this platform, she's the one. Tadela, thank you very much for your message of condolences to me. I appreciate that. Dennis, Tane, Chule, Ja, and also Lumotro.
So Dennis,
every time I call Lumotro, I want to say
that's Dennis from Focus on Liberia.
Yeah. So she's no more Kringa Lumotro. You are no more Kringa, but you are Mensa. So I want to say welcome to you, Lumotro, and Alan Goer, and also let's say welcome to Cecilia Reeves, Edmondly Arrow Cummings, Philip Kete, or Kati, or Momo Thelaja, Samuel Chuku Boya, Jefferson Lugo, and Hansen Nedesi Hammer, and many others whose name I can't see now because they
I know you not see. Just few can see. There are hundreds of names there. I just want to say, we just want to appreciate those who. Yeah, thank you very much, Linford. Thank you very much. Leave a quick question, John. I want you to go through. Each of you can take 1 minute to discuss this on the topic of this reach. Look, I know Mr. Dollar is the only one that has worked in government for years as a civil servant. I know Linford worked with LBS as a civil servant. Paul and myself being on the hustle on the side. We now work for government. We've always want to be in the cycle. But the quick question I'll come to two of you guys, Linford and Mr. Dolly. When you wanted to become a president on a party, you got too many people approaching you to asking you to do you a favor. They want a contract from you. They want you to do that. They want you to do this for me. Someone want a money contract from me as a president or minister of lands and mines. You build me a 5-story building. I'm a minister of information. Someone want me to or a contract for me. You will build a home for my mom in Nimba. So the question is it not a possibility that somebody may have offered the Unity Party to build these facilities for them? And Mr. Dollar says something. The question, the party has a right to build, right? Their own party. But the question the Liberians should be asking, where is the money coming from? And we are not asking that now. We jump to conclusion. That's what I was saying to you. The newspaper headline, the Liberian newspaper was screening the next day with captions that you can't believe. United Party poor yesterday, rich today. Without, I don't know whether they got a story, what they have done, like with that, what are the assets, their value? What is the value of United Party right now in terms of monetary value? because whatever you do, you have to assess them and get assess. I mean, do the assessment and know what did the party value in terms of money. They will know how rich are they. If you go deep into the story, you will not find anything that will tell you. But the story carries you saying that, oh, the party has collected a lot of money for the past 2 years. So the question I'm asking you, gentlemen, if you can answer me, if you like, if you will, is it not a way that we always got offered? If you get to a government of something like these kind of government positions, people, private companies come to you asking you to do you a favor, like bidding the facilities for you. If you offer them some contract, it's not that possible. Don't you think it could be some of these things? Some company giving offer the unit party because they're
okay.
in power?
I think Padolo will come in, but let me make a disclaimer first. I've never worked for government before.
You work for LBS?
No, I work at LRCN, which was an American
okay. Thank you very much.
project radio, but in some area you'll be right, because it was because of us and because of ELTV that they have to make ELBC LBS, the Liberian Broadcasting System, because they incorporated us and then they also incorporated the TV, so it became Liberian Broadcasting System, but it was ELBC before. But I was not on government payroll. We're purely on usage.
I understand that. I was just making a point that talk about the offer coming to you when in these positions.
Yeah,
that's
okay,
what I'm trying to
to answer that question,
yeah,
there is something it's not the standard operating procedure. There is this thing in Liberia, I call it, where
code of conduct.
The code of conduct. Then that's a violation of the code of conduct, because as a government, you're not supposed to be taking offer from
the party, not government.
Yeah, as a party. The party forms the government. The government, not everybody, it's a party. When the party leaves, then new government comes in.
It does not say specifically party. It just say government officials. It's a party. It didn't say party.
Yeah,
political
but
party.
Okay, if the party that is the government, that is the ruling government at the time, not all of the parties make up this government. It's the unity party. So if the unity party is the government now, and if your scenario is right, if we should consider it, that maybe somebody or some organization, some business entities would, I'm not saying has, but would offer them anything or to build up their party headquarters, that could be compromising. That should be against the I keep forgetting this thing. What is it called?
The code of conduct.
No, you need to read that part of the code of conduct. We didn't have that. You have to read that part. If the party collect money,
let me come in, Mr. Kamara. Please.
You're not clear on that, Mr. Goe.
Yeah,
that thing should be clear. You have to read that portion.
Yeah,
to us.
Let's make it clear. Let's make it clear. Like you said, we're not clear on it. Let's make it clear.
Okay.
We got to know what the government is. What makes up the government is the party that makes up this government. Okay. So if this party is running the country, and then I, as a businessman, I come from heaven. I can't say I get plenty of money. I want to do something, but let me build a party headquarters. Okay, and you do are the government. So don't you think they will compromise a lot of things when it comes to me, my interest? Because I'm like bribing them. I'm like seeking
favor. That has been the order of the day. That's all. Just talking about America and also talking about Liberia. That's the order of the day everywhere, every government. They're offering you gifts to you to do a favor. That's how it works around. You know, how government runs. That's what I'm asking.
Is it right? Is that right?
No, okay. Mr. Dollar will answer to that. Thank you very much.
Let me come in. I work at the National Pool Authority. I also work at Ministry of Finance. I work at Ministry of Justice as well. You see, look, let me tell you something. Even right now, as we're talking, the former Prime Minister of Pakistan is in jail for receiving a gift when he was Prime Minister for Pakistan. They give him a hand wash, value about 1 million. Because of that, he's in jail. You see, the point we have in Liberia is this thing that we don't really look at the code of conduct of our officials. There's no way a political parties can get can lobby for funding from the organization, company, and this and that when they are not in power. But the moment you get the state power, any company coming to you with favor is a bribe.
Mr. Doll, are you quoting the code of conduct?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Any company come to you with favor I mean, to give you or any funding
Or influence
while you
decision.
in power, is a bribe. Any amount more than 200 United States dollars is admissible for prosecution. Any official receive
That's the
money.
Constitution. That's not code of conduct, though.
Yeah, it's part of the code of conduct in the
Okay.
Constitution. Let me tell
All
you
right.
something. You understand what
All
I'm
right.
saying? So, if you are a ruling establishment, like the way Unity Party in power right now, any company come to them to offer them for funding to do anything for them is classified as bribe.
Okay.
So you should not have received it. And when you receive it, you need to be prosecuted for that, according to the law of our country. But it can't happen.
Thank you, Mr. Dollar. Paul, let's close bring the curtain down on this topic now. Let me see if we can get your face straight up here. Paul, with regard to the issue here, tell us, should we be asking the Unity Party to tell us where they're getting the money from? Because if the code of conduct says you should not take more than 200, I don't know, I've not read that part. Mr. Dollar just said that. I want to read that part that say that you should not receive more than $200 as a gift as a party, a ruling party, and I will see that
$250.
$150.
$250
as a political party, you said.
As a
government
no, as a political party. A political party is not government official. We are getting these little things here.
Yeah,
okay. The question goes to Paul. Mr. Dollar, can we give Paul the chance to answer this question, please? Paul, could you tell us what you get to tell us about this? Unity Party may tell you, look, guys, you got it wrong. Somebody is offering to help out to build those burial parties centers around Liberia. What's your problem? They give us money to build it. We got it. Offer from us. A gift. We are party. We are not government. We are party.
So,
when they tell you that what we say.
Let's clarify something here. Unity Party said they're collecting money. They're doing fundraising for their members.
All right, there you go.
Collect money to build. So, the newspaper is saying, yesterday, you were evicted from your premises. You could not raise money to build a party headquarters. Now you're in government. You're able to ask your members to raise money to build party headquarters. Not one party headquarters, but 15 in the 15 counties. So you were poor yesterday. You could not even pay rent. They evicted you. But you're in government today. You're able to build 15 party headquarters around the 15 counties. So that's where the question is coming from. Where are you getting the money from? Even membership pay $1, $200, this amount. So if you see on the paper, they show people that Mo Ali that were eating Boko Boy yesterday, today, he eating fried chicken.
Gary Yoko.
Exactly. So if you're in government now, you can afford $1 million or 500,000 because your salary is healthy. But before, you're not getting salary, you could not afford a dime to buy Gary yogurt. So this is what is happening. You were poor yesterday, today you rich. That's the bottom line. So they have to rally tomorrow where all their members going to pay some little thing, but with that money be able to generate 15 million for party headquarters all around the country. That is the question.
That's a very good question. Gentlemen, let me drop the last question.
Just a small screen.
Gentlemen, let me drop the last question. So, do we have to?
Francis is in the bag. Francis is on.
Oh, okay.
Francis is on. He's on.
This guy, the last time he came out, I did not see him. I have to shut down.
No, he's at the bottom. He's at the bottom.
Yeah, I've seen him, but he can bring himself on. Let's see. I can't bring him on. Francis can bring himself.
No, Francis is on his studio. You're looking at him in front of you, man.
No, Francis, sorry, I can't pick you up. I think I need to upgrade my glasses. Francis, you are late. I think your topic is quite interesting. I want you to speak on it, but quickly. Look, gentlemen, let's drop. Does the House has a right to call Unity Party to ask them where you get the money? Where you going to get the money from? So you said that it's in the code of conduct that says that they should not get offer like more than 250 for a political party. I have not read that.
No, Jamal, usually when it comes to political party, it will have to be the National Election Commission that have that authority.
No,
investigate
Paul.
this
No,
party.
when you have the election,
I'm
sorry.
telling you.
No, it's not like that. Paul, you're getting it wrong.
No,
Paul, you got it wrong.
listen, they don't know. You might correct me, but anything that have to do with party, membership, registration, and all that, all legality regarding political party, and they submit their document to the
Only
election
on
commission.
elections, Paul. Only on elections. Not their code of conduct.
Not only election. When your party having or how they call it convention, they attend your convention to see what you're going to do. They have it there. It's not only election.
All right.
So there's so many things that they have.
I agree. Let's give some chance. Want to welcome our brother Francis Mensah. Francis, welcome. Been away a little while. We have the topic. I know we got to give you 2 minutes to discuss if you had a chance to speak on. There's a news part on the screen you see right now. Say the Independent says Unity Party poll yesterday reached today. We think why so quick? 2 years. You already got mega reach. Where the money coming from? To build 15 political party headquarters. What do you think? What's your comment on this?
Holding all other factor constant from the newspaper, from the independent newspaper, it could be very sensational. It could be trying to evoke tension in the country, that the Unity Party officials are involved in financial malfeasance, and so be it. So I have no evidence to show that the Unity Party officials are rich today. These guys are all working. Normal people to work. They earn the salary, and they can contribute to the party initiative. So, I can't get any credence to this sensational headlines.
Yeah, but let's get something straight, Francis. They are not the paper did not say the official. It says the party, not the members, not the people in the party, but the party, which is the governing party.
Okay. The party has not shown. I don't know. First to get the record straight, there are 15 counties. $15 million each county will host a building or will construct a building of $1 million each. It's very ridiculous. But let's look at it another way. If Unity Party, having to be rich today, it's quite interesting to see a party who has struggled over the years, and they were in opposition. They were not, they didn't have money to even pay the rent for the building they were leasing. So it's unfair. It shows some signs of I don't know how to get the money, but how end on this note. You know how African politics is. People around the world, especially Africa, we see gifts, political parties in power. CDC had the same stuff all the years. I don't know why Unity Party did not build their headquarters. The 12 years they have the money, they were getting the gifts. So I think this money is all gifts. I don't think there's any sign of corruption for money coming in the government coffers.
Oh my God!
If I don't think there's any kind of money leaving the government coffers to build out a building.
Francis is taking discussion different right now.
As a power person,
Francis is making the discussion longer, gentlemen. So can I ask a quick question? If the question is about the party, Francis, your question is too quick. I wish I understand in 2 years to raise that 15 million each to build up, or 15,000 to build a facility, or in each one county, all the 15 counties. So do we have the right, or does the House of Legislature has the right, or the power to call the party to order to ask them the source of funding?
No,
Certainly.
no.
I don't know the laws. But
So, no, why are you conflicting yourself? You told they're against the code of conduct, then you said no again.
I think
You see, the element that you asked that
Okay,
have the,
let Francis finish so you answer that part, please.
those are supposed to call them. I will tell you that.
No,
But
I'm coming.
uh-huh.
Okay, Francis, I'll give you a chance. Francis, go on,
Look,
please.
it could be two ways. The finance committee or where the other they got so many committees, house committees, constituting the House of Representatives and the legislature. One, the committee on security, the committee on finance, committee on corruption can call and ask the party. Again, we have the financial, they call it FIA.
Mhm.
All these institutions can call the party.
Regulatory body, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Okay, Mr. Dollar, give your comment, please.
Thank you. It's not the House of Representatives as a body can call any political parties for such an act. The only people, the institution that have a right to take issue with the political party is the Corruption Institution Committee. You understand what I'm saying? They have right to dig into it, where the party getting that money from. More especially the party that you need to focus on is the party that in power. The party that in power. Those that are not in power, they can lobby around for support. But you are in power, anything coming to you need to be very properly and need to be knowing how it coming, what's the interest behind it. So basically, if you're receiving any new amount of money to give favor to any company, it became what? They will come over the language say give, but it's a bribe. When you're receiving bribe, you need to be prosecuted for it.
Okay. All right then. I think we need to transition. Thank you very much, John. I think we've exhausted the topic. Thank you very much, Paul. What's the next headline that we have to discuss tonight?
Right. Sorry, guys, coming up.
What is that? Can you read that for me, please?
Yeah, it's the Alternative National Congress is now questioning the ruling establishment that the UP priority is to build a party headquarters when the people are suffering. So
what is saying? Okay. Did they suggest? Okay. Okay. Go on, Paul. Sorry.
They're concentrating on building party headquarters when the people are suffering, because there was the government like the party being said they can rescue the people. So the priority now is building party headquarters in the 15 counties. So, but the people are suffering. So if you have all of this money of, who could say donors give you your money, hospital don't have paracetamol. So if you have all this money to build party headquarters, why don't you invest in the people? That's the question now being raised, that, oh, you prioritize party headquarters than the people. This is the situation. So the opposition leaders are questioning the government now. What's your priority here? You can rescue. You don't forget about rescuing the people. Your mission is to be party headquarters. So which one you prioritize? That's the next topic.
Linford, Unity Party-led government has made themselves a honey to invite bees. They tell me what you.
Yeah, this one is a bit tricky. In as much as the opposition, political parties should be keeping the ruling party in check. I don't think they should be crying more than they bereaved, because what am I saying? The same people that they're fighting for today, they will be the same people that will go to the polls and go and vote for the Unity Party. You see, so it shouldn't be the opposition people crying as to whether the people are suffering. If the people are suffering, they know. If they are not suffering, they will know. If they are suffering, why aren't they protesting? Why aren't they talking this thing? But they're waiting for opposition party to talk? No. Even though I know the citizens make up some of the opposition parties as well, but they are being affected directly as individuals. So the opposition parties are only trying to I don't know, maybe raise concerns, but I don't think this cry should be their cry. It should be the cry of the citizens themselves. Because at the end of the day, they are the ones who are being affected, the citizens, who are also members of the opposition part. They should be the see in our constitution, it is written that we, the citizens, have the right to protest, to change our form of government, to tell our government that we don't like this, we want to do this. It's not written that the political parties should tell the government do this, do this. No, it's not the place of the opposition parties. The opposition parties can hold the ruling parties accountable. That I agree to. But I think it should be the citizens crying louder.
Lifa, thank you very much. I think Francis want to address this. Opposition is saying,
look,
Lifa,
look, the first thing,
yeah, go
on. This assertion is absurd that the government prioritizing party building political party or building party buildings. Because look, what do you want the party to do? A UP as an institution decides to build its political party headquarters now. So why is it a big deal?
Yeah, but the question is, Francis, let me just sorry for interrupting you.
There are all of priority, there are all of projects going on in the country concomitantly. So why is it if it's Unity Party decides to be its headquarters now?
They're saying that why they didn't do it when they were in power 12 years ago.
So when would it do it? So did they do it last 12 years? So you wait for another 12 years and out of power before they do it? I mean, the people see the reason now to build a party headquarters. Why they can't do it? So when we say Unity CDC or whoever build a political party, or build a political party, the headquarters that they wait there. People could argue that, oh God, it's still government money. They didn't want to show it. They didn't want for people to know that they stole the money. So they waited until they in a position to build political party headquarters now. I think we got so many better things to think about in Liberia. Instead of be focusing on trivial thing, the political party headquarters.
So what are you thinking? The party should not be worrying about party headquarters. Should be every district in Monrovia should have at least a well-equipped staff clinic. That's what Paul and people are saying.
Aren't there clinics in the country? I didn't know.
No, there's none of. If you go, look, this is the one thing you need to understand. What the guys are saying here, you need to know also. Just by they have the right to build a headquarters, you also understand that priorities are healthcare delivery. Very poor.
Is that the government priority? Is it? Are you telling me that the government is prioritizing party quarter? I mean, even the use that word priority. That even to use that word priority. I mean, there's a
prioritizing.
Prioritizing is being politically corny to use such a phrase.
But I just want you to directly answer that question, Francis. Where we have issues of healthcare delivery right now, major concern.
I'm telling you, I asked a question directly. The government has priorities. Party headquarters is not a priority for the government. If Mr. Cummings terms opposition and Mr. Cummings they want to term it as priority, it's in the perfect. They got a right to give it what kind of, but government knows government is not a priority for the government. Simple as that.
It's a priority for the party, but it's not for the government.
Exactly. So that's it.
So that's the difference we're making here. So let me get this straight here. So this is what we're talking about today before you came on. Newspapers in Liberia will scream headlines different. Now, I was trying to tell my colleagues on the platform, like, political party must have the right. They could get the money from somewhere, give them build a party. It's a political party. It's not the government. But then the question is, my colleagues are saying they are in power. They are questionable to the government. They are the government. So how do you answer that question? Because they're in power and they have the money now, so they are accountable as well to the Liberian people because they are building those 15 facilities around the country. So that therefore you cannot distinguish between the party and the government right now because they are a ruling party.
Yes, you can distinguish it.
How?
The party manifesto and the party organization where it runs it different from how the government runs.
But
Two different entities.
They say unity-led government. That's what they say.
Yeah, I mean, you can lead a government, but you can run the government, but your agenda as a party versus that of the country, run the country, are two different things. Brother.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dollar. What's your take on this?
Thank you very much. The statement from the ANC political leader that statement is a political statement.
You don't agree?
It's a political statement. When I say political statement, the politician always look for a loophole for the opposition.
But Mr. Dollar, that's your political leader.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. That's what I'm saying. I say it's a political statement. That's why I am saying the ANC's leader.
Listen, Mr. Dollar, I want you to help me out here, please. Sorry if I hold you back. Explain to me what you mean.
I will break it down. I want to break it down.
Yeah, okay, please. Tell me what you mean political statement.
Don't cut me off.
Sorry. I just want you to break it down for us to understand.
I am saying it's a political statement. That is, the government, he lays in the government with a political party. And which he have a right to do that because the party's name that attached with this government is the party that right now ruling the country. So obviously, the opposition have a right to link the government with the party. So that makes a political statement. They need to put them out to the public for the public to know that instead of that prioritizing the welfare of the nation, of the citizens, they are focusing merely on building their political party. Headquarters. So that makes a political statement. And we will dig on to the further. And at the end of the day, the ANC will have a right to liaise with the investigation team to know where the Unity Party getting this money from to carry on their pressure. That is the right of the political party. Because, you understand what I'm talking about? So it's our political statement and we'll follow you up. We're not going to stop there. The ANC is not going to only stop there making that statement and leave it. No, going to follow you up to know where the Unity Party getting the money from to carry on their huge pressure.
Mr. Dollar, can I ask you a quick question before you end?
Yeah, go on.
Were you part of ANC when George Weah was in power?
Yeah, definitely. I was part of
it. Are you aware of George Weah, former President George Weah condominium, for the condominiums? Were ANC around the time? Did you guys care to investigate George Weah when you were part when you built that condominiums? Did the ANC investigate him?
Yeah, we make a noise.
Did you investigate him? Because you say you're going to investigate this one. Do you investigate him?
Mr. Kamara, please give me a chance. Let me.
Well, I don't think our question is even necessary.
He's saying no, it's necessary because he's saying ANC will investigate the Unity Party for. If you want to answer it.
Please give me.
So you tell us why will you question the Unity Party? We did not question CDC. That's my point.
No, it was not a CDC. It was a George Weah. Did he say CDC party?
But he was the president. In fact, he was more accountable to the people than even the CDC.
You see, you ask questions.
Okay, go on, sir. Go on.
We could not investigate George Weah because the power giving him, the right giving him, the immunity given to him as a president, you can't leave the man in power and investigate him. That is in the Constitution. When he leave the power, right now, what we need to do to start digging up. But equally so, the Constitution also depriving us not to investigate him because they give him the power. He say whatever he do at the time he in power, you should not be investigated when he leave the power unless he be impeached. So that's
Mr. Dollar, okay. I'll give Levo a chance to answer that question, Mr. Dollar, but that's not also correct. For the fact that if the president goes wrong, he has to write.
Answer, you can say, yeah, I'm not satisfied with the answer.
No, I'm not being satisfied. I want to just add to what you're saying, Mr. Dollar.
We have a right to get behind the Unity Party because it's a party.
Yeah, right, but what you're saying about the president doing something that could not be investigated, when the president commits any crime as a president, they have the right to impeach him. It doesn't have to be.
Those that are supposed to impeach him is the member of the House of Representatives.
Okay, all right.
And they didn't do it. You understand what I'm saying?
Leave you want to comment on that? Thank you, Mr. Dollar. Thank you for your comment, your question.
Yeah, the member of the House is the one
the only comment that I have is when you ask Mr. Dolly why, I mean, whether they didn't investigate Joshua or why are they investigating the Unity Party, and that doesn't mean that if there was somebody stealing from your farm and you didn't catch a guy, but you caught the second thief or the third thief, and then somebody asks you why you didn't catch the first thief. No, okay, probably you didn't just have a chance to catch him, but you were able to catch this one. Yeah, so you know.
You fight without holding it back. Go on.
Yeah,
so
Paul, go on.
It doesn't mean that we didn't say
it was untouchable based on the constitutional right.
All right then. All right, granted. Paul, what do you think?
Jamal.
Yes, sir.
I think all political leaders have the right to question the government because the government in the power on their platform to rescue the country. And they lay out what they are going to do to rescue the country. But what is the signature mark so far in the 2 years that the rescue agenda came up with? So I think agriculture is one of the things on the list. Are we feeding ourselves now, or what kind of policy they came up with that, this is what agriculture is doing? They have tourism on their list. So in the 2 years, they say when your Christmas will be good, you see it from the east. They have done absolutely nothing. So the focus point here is they have prioritized building party headquarters that they didn't have before, then to rescue the people they came to rescue. So it's a valid question that any political leader or any party will question or ruling establishment that decided when they come to office, they will prosecute the past government for stealing. George Bay for the now condominium. Joseph Baga came 2 years, he built $10 million houses in 4 years. So who's going to investigate who? So the question is a valid question. So those two parties is tack for tack. The other one were evicted. They didn't have. They were evicted. They didn't have property. They give the king of government. They're going to build houses. Great. The former ruling party were also evicted. They broke ground. Said they're going to build party headquarters. Granted. So the question the politician asking now, what is your priority? You cannot rescue. What have you done with the rescue? But your focus now is building party headquarters. That's a valid question.
Great, granted. Thank you. Now, we want to, if you just joined us, this is about Liberia, coming to you live from the mainland Europe. My name is Jamal Kamara. Tonight, with me in studio to discuss issues turning Liberia is Francis Bono Mensah from Sweden, Leifo Agwangwe from Norway, Paul the Lord Children from London, UK, Mr. Morris Yankuba Dole from Manchester. My name is Jamal. I'm here also from Manchester. We are looking at issues today that made news in Liberia over the weekend. Probably may have read the news. We're just looking at from our perspective. So if you have questions while we are discussing, please drop your comment. If you want to call, we'll drop the line. We'll drop our number on the screen. You can always raise your comment. I mean, give your comment, give your questions, or you can make your suggestions. So we were going to go to the next article. Paul, that has to do with this one. Gentlemen, the issue of the house. This is salary cut bill. Darren Dillon introduced a bill. The House Members of the House taking, each person is taking about $8,000 every month. He's calling for the cut to bring it down to $5,000. Now he's causing a lot of noise around here. The Musa Bedi is supporting that bill. But the question is, the members of the House are saying they got too many responsibilities to deal with. So cutting our money will not be is unacceptable for the fact that people in their communities or in their constituencies are coming around for support, personal support, and they have to help them. So those money go into spending on other personal projects. So do you agree? If you don't agree, if you agree or you don't agree, let's see. Should they carry this $8,000 each? If it's so, why? I'll go to Paul.
Oh, Jamal, first let me start with the person who trying to sponsor this bill, Darren Dillon. He came up with similar thing that the people bought into his idea, and he was elected into office, that no lawmaker should be more than $5,000 to start with. And then when he gets in the house, you are going to give money back to Moserado County because the money was too much. You remember the story about Darrell Dillon that made a promise? And what happened here is Darrell Dillon know he blundered, and election is just around the corner. So he now coming up with this same story that he came up with back in 2019, that he was going to watch, put the light on in the house. He was going to expose what the people are doing. And no lawmaker should take more than $5,000. He been there how long? Darrell Dillon is sitting pretty. He's in the house where they have a committee that they rule the house, he and his good friend Yomli, that could change Liberia. Now, supporting the bill with the CMC political leader, great idea, but also he's in the house. They have this group called the coalition. There's a name for them. The Rule of Law Caucus. There are about 31 of them. He said that one person in the lower house cannot come together and say, look, guys, this thing we're doing in our country is stopping the country. Let us encourage our friends to cut down our salary. They can't do it. It must be a bill from Darrell Dillon that he supports. So these guys, they don't mean well for the country. It's just a bluff. That's how I see it. Because if they wanted to do it from day one, 31 members of the Rule of Law Caucus could give examples, say from today will not be taking this amount. From today will not be accepting $45,000 car. 31 of them. If the others don't follow, then we know the serious. But a core artist that Darren Dillon will come up with a bill that he promised back in 2018, 2019. He didn't live, but now he know election is coming. He back to the same old story. So I wouldn't buy into Darren Dillon nonsense.
Okay. Mr. Dollar, I'll go to you straight this time. There was a news story I read, it may not be true. The House of Representatives, what's the guy name? DJ Blue, they call him Bernard Benson, something like that. Bernard Blue Benson. There was a story I read about in Justice 17. He said, sorry if it's true or something like joke. He said, if anybody called my money, I will send you Goa. Goa. They said he will send a person Goa. So, Mr. Dollar, tell me, did $8,000, one person taking home every month? They have only 2 sections. So they got a lot of job to do, they said. So they shouldn't cut their money. But then our colleagues are saying you should cut the money. So but if you cut the money, what you say, they're saying cut the money and put into other projects that will be impactful. That's what he's saying. So Paul has different argument on this. Paul say it's not serious. He may if you have done this long time ago, you're playing game. Mr. Dawah, do you agree? Or what do you think? If the money should be cut, should you actually cut this money? Are they taking too much?
You know what happened? The politicians are very clever sort of people. That's why I know every politician, they are very clever people, more especially people that live their life based on politics. That's why they always say in common political language, they say no permanent loyalty, no permanent enemies. And the politicians make their plan based on the given situation. So the thing of Darren Dillon behavior, to be honest, it doesn't surprise me. But It's true, it's right that the salary need to be cut down. Not only the lawmaker, all the exorbitant salary that people are getting in Liberia. We imagine managing director for LPRC, LPNCs, and LC be taking 15,000 United States dollars of country that Liberia.
How much? $15,000.
15,000 United States dollars. The community is quite different. The guy gasoline immunity, the gas squash immunity, the guy dip immunity, the guy that immunity. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very. I can't understand. I can't understand why country like Liberia. So if we can fight it, and the citizens need to give some strength behind it, and to make sure that to push it so it can happen. Reduce the salary of the government officials to a certain level where they can be able to sustain themselves at the end of the day. If you're not happy with the salary, go do farming or go do different things. Leave the government job.
Okay.
That's what I can say.
Francis.
Well, it's a good bill. Looking at the current economic situation the country found ourselves in, and with most of our donors pulling out of the country, that used to help to supplement our budgets and help, some other activities, government related. I think it's a good deal to cut down the salary. I think these are some of the things the donors are even looking at, that the Swedish government. I think I said,
Yeah.
We having these people. They're making more money than us. They're getting new car every 2 years. Like people using their cars for 10 years and stuff. Just repair, doing maintenance and repair, make sure it's in good shape. So I think it's a great call, great initiative, and that what I want to state is that look, it's not only the salary. You guys got other benefit. If you get $1,000, there are benefits behind that almost 10,000, bro, a month. The guys, so that whole bonded salary, that salary whole thing is what you call it, right? It's a fast. They should go down to the benefits as well. Then we'll know the serious.
Okay. Linford.
Jamal, quick one. Francis is right here. Please, just 1 second. Francis is right. You see, all the benefits, that was say if they decide they want to show example, the CMC leader, the 45,000 car he's going to get, he must say, no, I don't want it. Darren Dillon should refuse a $45,000 car before he set this bill up. So all the other benefit is huge. If they start doing it, then people say, oh, these people are serious. But you accepting everything, then you say, oh, yeah, they're cut down. No, not only cut down, the maintenance of your car, the scratch car you get it, will cancel all of these things. Maybe we'll just take the salary. We don't want the other thing. If we get 5,000 or 8,000, we should buy our own vehicle. If they start speaking that language, then we know they're serious.
Can I say something, guys? Linford, I want you to answer this question. Have you gone to? Have any of your friends in the House of Representatives or any top government officials? Have you been sitting with them, like to sit down with them throughout the week and see here how activities look like? Have you seen one of you have seen that before? Yeah, I'm asking the question for the fact that how those guys are being bothered, because almost from if you're in the position in Liberia, you become the problem solver. Do you know that? I'm not saying that I'm supporting the bill, but everybody comes to your door for money. In the community you're in, you have somebody coming, my child is sick. My son is not.
I'm cutting you who were you're not in Liberia, you're not represented, you getting out now?
No, but I can't. It's too soon, man. You can call me, but these guys, they block your door early morning at 5, 4 in the morning.
Everybody call it. Yeah, everybody call. Everybody.
I'm saying, have you gone to Yahweh? Francis, have you go to the house of any of the representatives?
But I think it's for everybody, even private citizens who working in in the private
Let me come in.
sector.
You asked me if I've started with any of them.
Now, yeah, I'm just going to answer the question. I know I'm just to qualify the point that they're arguing that they keep their money. They want to keep their money.
Yeah, I understand. The last time I ever had any friend in government that was during Taylor time. Until now, I don't have any friend. I don't know. I even know them. But the thing here is, when you talk about people going to people, my mother died. I went to bury my mother. My mother, the casket is sitting there right there. The people see me in tears. The people stay asking me for money. All the food and liquor they're drinking. You are the first person who have asked me that if you go, you will experience this thing. And I saw it. My mother body laying there. The people are drinking and eating. We kill cow. They stay coming to me. Somebody coming to me and tell me, oh, I can't drink it. All kind of liquor. That only the one I can drink. I said to say you're working for me. Can you imagine? So this is the kind of society we have. This person came to sympathize with me, but they're telling me what they're supposed to eat, what they're supposed to drink. Well, let me say this. One of the reasons why the people go to the lawmakers' house is because the way the lawmakers come to power, what they tell the people, what they start with the people. You're going to go campaign and you start carrying bag of rice, giving the people t-shirt, sharing $5 with them, bossing them, trucking them, and giving them money to buy water. So what do you think? When you win, it's a contract. It's a social contract. When you win, they will still expect the same thing. That's one of the reasons why. But if they were purely campaigning on politics or on political ground, where they say, well, I'm going to represent you in the house. I'm going to profess so law for you. I'm going in your interest instead of buying the people vote. Because when the people send a vote to you, they'll always come to you. It's a kind of contract that you sign with them. So again, what can I say? They say the way you make your bed, how you will lay down on it. If you put smooth clothes on your bed, you lay down there smoothly. But then let me address one thing about the Dillon factor. Paul tried to emphasize on it. Everybody's willing to go to the place they call heaven. But if you see Satan coming with all the devil behind, with home growing fire coming from him, he tell you, say, okay, I'm coming to take you to heaven. You know heaven is a good place to go, but a messenger that coming to take you to heaven, you will not just go with him because he doesn't know the representative of heaven that you want to go to. So you see, there's Delon, he has a record of promising to give Montserrat country people 5,000 every month, which he did not. Even until now, I don't know whether he's doing it. And if he's doing it and hiding it, I don't know why is he hiding it. Then they see Delon, after going in government and taking the salary for over 3-4 years, 5 years, then he comes back today again to come and start blowing the scene home. I think the Liberian people should start thinking, why is he coming back all that time? Why didn't he do what he promised first? And he coming now at this time to come tell his people what to do. So is he willing to return all of the money that he received? If he's willing to return it, the message is good, but the messenger is the problem. And I always hear people say, oh no, don't look at the messenger, listen to the message, but not the messenger. No, sometimes the messenger, you got to look at the messenger. Like I just talk about Satan. If Satan come with fire in your boy and say, I'm coming to take you to heaven, I would not follow that Satan. I would say, yeah, let him go. Yeah, because it doesn't look that the message is bringing is good, but it doesn't represent that message. So Dillon, even if what he's saying is true or is good, his past record will make people to consider something else. So again, we hope that other members of the House will see reason to try to let this bill pass. But if they use the excuse that, people come to our house, then what about us ordinary citizens that people call? We're not on government payroll. But the same people that voted for that particular government, they're calling us to get their money. They're asking us to get their money. So what will we say? So I don't think that is a good excuse for lawmakers to say because the people go to their houses, so they want to keep making that money. No. So then let them increase the money that they get the people. You can't be giving the people $5, $20, Liberian, then you can be getting 15,000 and getting all the benefits, and then you want to keep it and use the people as excuse. No.
All right then.
Jamal, can I ask something?
Okay,
can I ask something before you go on break?
Mm-hmm.
If you are elected in a house, is your role to give somebody money, or your role is to go there to advocate for the people to get the benefit of the country to start with? Isn't that their responsibility to create the enabling environment for people to start baking them? So if you're taking 5,000 or 8,000 and you're taking 2 vehicles as representative in 6 years, 45,000, and you also taking, you hijack the country salary when the budget comes, they gave you or $10,000 for how they call it legislature engagement. They pay you don't even interact with them, it go in your pocket. So all of those benefits you get it, and the people there they don't have job. They're mob drinking. What you expect them to go? They will come knocking on your door until you decide to create that environment that the money you're giving is too much. So we take 5,000, will not get car anymore, will not get all of the nonsense and benefit that require the money going back to you. That means if school open in September, my mirror will be able to get some little help from her chicken stool that she sells to send her child to school. But if a group of people, how to call it, 103 of them decide to hijack the country, and then some corn artists can say, no, let's not reduce our bill, our salary, is nonsense. I refer to the rule of law, how to call it, caucus. There are 31 of them. Then they get the rule of law thing, and Musa Bedete is a political leader of a party. They should not, the 31 of them, should say, no, we're not accepting all of this. We only stick with our salary. Now we know these guys are talking. Until that happens, this bill is sound good, but it's complete nonsense.
Right. On that note, we want to take a quick break. We'll come back, gentlemen. I want 2 minutes each to give your partner comment. Until then, tomorrow on the 12th, which will be next Tuesday, there's a possibility we'll be talking about the legacy of President Totman, the longest serving president, his tenure, his progress, and his start of leadership. But there's a possibility we'll be having a guest to discuss in next Tuesday. But let's take a break. When I come back, I'll start with you, Mr. Mensah. Your parting comment, 2 minutes each, gentlemen. I will take a quick break and come back. And you just join us this Liberia Liberia, coming to you live from mainland Europe.
This is Bottom Line Liberia.
Once again, thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Wherever you join us from, we say thank you very much for being with us today, Friday, the 5th of December, 2025. Just a reminder, on the 29th of this year, it was a Berlin birthday, so we will have a special edition to discuss this one day. But we'll be looking to do a year in review, probably at end of December. We'll be looking into that, or early January. What happened, what transpired through the year from the borderline perspective. Thank you for being with us. So I will let go to my colleagues to tell me how the show looked like, what they think was things look like in Liberia, and what will be the partner comments. I'll start with you, Mr. Francis Mensah.
Well, Liberia is on the rise. You can see the vibrancy. You could see that the country leadership is structured in a way to address all the issues, concerns in the local Liberian partners, where they say the bread and butter issue. So the government just 2 years, and they have done remarkably well. And there are also room for improvement, but it's coming gradually.
Okay. Mr. Dale? What you have to tell us how you just summarize in 3 minutes what you think?
Thank you very much.
The topic we discussed and the Liberians in general.
Yeah, get 35 minutes. Get this more time. Only 1 minute.
All right,
so
okay. You look at Francis. No, what actually?
That's Francis. That's cheeky, man.
You know that Francis knew.
Francis, that's being very cheeky here. Go on, Mr. Dollar.
You see, I don't want to open Pandora bag with Francis, because what he just said that the government is doing well Is government doing nothing? Absolutely nothing.
So nothing changed.
Yeah, nothing changed. Absolutely, they're robbing the country. You know what happened this year is, let me just pray for our country, because the matter of fact that's the only country where wherever we are, when the people say they didn't want us, that's a place they will say. So basically, that place there, we need to actually pray for it, for betterment to be in that country. Right now, what the law, Dara Dira there at introducing, is a very good thing, but they just doing it as a cover or story. They are not serious about it, because if
3 minutes, please. 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to make it 3 minutes. If they are really serious about it, you're supposed to even go down to some of the immunity that they're getting, fiasco immunity that they're getting. So they need to cut down some of the things there. But however, what I will ask the Liberian people to do is to continue to put their lawmaker feet on fire to make sure that betterment come into the country. And also the ANC, we will establish a strategic team to dig up to what the Unity Party is doing to say the bidding, their political party headquarters in every country where they're getting the money from. We're investigating. We are investigators. We got some investigators. We're probing into it to know what they're doing. And when we get the pro and the con on that, they will definitely be prosecuted. Because at the end of the day, the next general election, they're not going to be in power. We will prosecute every single person that was involved in that corrupt attitude. Thank you very much. Have a lovely night. Francis, thank you very much for giving me your time.
You be on time today. Thank you very much, Linfo.
Okay, mine is a bit different. I'll sway away from what we discussed.
Go on, boss. You have the right. Go on.
Yeah, and just share an experience that I had. My return flight was on Monday, the 24th of this month, and the president was traveling at the same time. I didn't know. So when we boarded the flight, we sat down for a while. Then I saw the convoy. First, I thought it was just one government official coming, because it was one police car in front, then one pickup with ETU or whatever, and then another car behind. Then the president's car. So he entered the tarmac and was sitting there. And then all of a sudden, I think he went with VIP, and all of a sudden, after they went through all the routine, then they said, "Well, welcome on board, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia." So nobody on our flight saw the president, but we saw his convoy actually coming. But they had to close the curtain to the front, so they had to close the curtain between us. So okay, the flight took off. We got to Ghana, and then they announced again that nobody should get down until the president and his entourage get down. We couldn't see them because it was black. And we're in the mid-session of the flight. There was this Ghana guy who stood up, and he was sitting at the window covered by another person. So he couldn't actually get outside. So he just stood up to stretch his back. And there was a guy, Liberian guy at the back. Oh, my man. You know that Liberian system, right? My man said, man, you see the president here, they said, president, the guy. So the guy said, oh, I've been stretching my back. And he kept on shouting. So the whole plane went ablaze. Everybody, huh? I mean, they made that president for the player. They made that president for Nigeria. Our host, I had to join the conversation. So I said, the man is our president in Liberia, but in this flight, if there anything, this is Air Kenya. So if there anything, this is Kenya. We are in Kenya, okay? And especially so when you are in the air, you are citizen of the world. So this president is new president for all in Liberia, not president in flight. So you see, that's another thing. I said, maybe this is what some of the reasons why the president didn't want to ride private jet. You know?
All right. Thank you very much, Linfo.
The president heard it. And one thing that I personally took personal was when the president know that this flight is leaving Liberia and his citizens are on board, at least when he enter, even though they will call you up, Mr. President, all you have to do, just wave to the people, say, oh, hello. That alone. I mean, I was in a flight from Atlanta to Houston. I was in a flight from Atlanta to Houston. I saw I flew with former American President Jimmy Carter. That old man made his business to shake everybody on that American airline flight. The old man shook my hand and I talked for over 3-4 minutes. Well, I told him that from Liberia, he went to my country in 1978, and he started asking me about war, about the war, and everything. So I think it was wise for the president to just say, how are my people? Simple as that. And then he can take his seat. You see, but you know, our people, they made it, they bishop business so big that you know.
All right, thank you very much for sharing
Let me
your
say one word. I beg you, please let me say one word.
Okay.
The Jimmy Carter situation that you bring, or Jimmy Carter, the time he's taking here, he was not president. He was ordinary citizens.
American presidents are all they are not as the president of the United States of America.
I'm just trying to bring something to your attention. He was not a president of the United States of America at the time that he's taking here.
Okay.
And equally so, before Jimmy Carter then booked any plane, the one that they call Secret Service have already shifted the whole thing before they get on board.
So who knew that Waka were coming on a plane that were going to harm me?
Okay, guys, it's all right, guys. We need to go.
Guys,
it's all right.
Guys.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dollar. You were
Guys,
just sharing your experience with us. It's all right.
Let me say something quickly before I close. I flew from when Eddie Johnson was president. They sent Air Kenya who flew from Ghana to Monrovia, and when Ellen did, she came out of the VIP cabinet to shake everybody's hand on the flag. So all that thing you're talking about, it's just Ellen was just different. She could have conversation with you on the flag from Monrovia to Accra. So it's not so Linford, you're right. The papa too old to walk around. So that part does it. So let me close. Let me close. Let me close, guys.
I think now close already, my man.
No, I was just making a point about Ellen. So I guess
more minutes than Mr. Dollar now.
Yeah, it's about our close. I think Dolly gave me a few minutes of his time, so it's okay. You know, the situation with Liberia, and I like what Francis said that they're doing extremely well, but the MCC scorecard showed that the government of Liberia could not create jobs, and they went below the level. And how can they be doing extremely well and they cannot create jobs for people to work? That's another thing. So it's just a red flag for this government. So just to let you all know, I think the show was good, and the building of George Weah Bill 49 condominium, UP decided to prosecute George Weah. Joseph Boyka came to power less than 2 years. He paid $10 million thing. So these two parties are just bad for Liberia. I think it's about time that Liberians now look for alternative to get rid of these two parties because they mean no well for the country. And that's how I see it. So the newspaper carry UP were poor yesterday, today they rich because they in power now, they cutting the elephant meat. So it's about time that we start looking at other parties. And I think this is the time that we give Alexander Benedict Cummings the chance to lead that country, because he's not going to say that he's on loan. He's already have his own money. This is all give most ability the opportunity to lead the country. He's not going to come to say, oh, I'm on loan, I'm a park car. We need people that would lead Liberia to us for job creation and all that, which is lacking. So I think it's time for Cummings, for people to look at the Salon Bennett Cummings. Good night, guys. It was a great show.
Thank you very much. I want to say a big thank you for
you well, Paul. Go take a shot. Go take some medicine. Go take some paracetamol.
What do you mean
by that? I don't need paracetamol. Very okay, but because you cannot create jobs, you pay $10 million. As the employer job, we are paid for the.
That word from Francis is a UP statement. That how the UP work.
All right then. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I want to thank all of you, all those who join us, wherever you join us from. We say a big thank you. We want you to be part of this show. We are here every Tuesday and Fridays on the 8 o'clock Central, UK time, 9 o'clock Central European time, 8 o'clock Liberian time. This time because of a GMT, and we always discussing Liberia. We also have guests here. On next Tuesday, there's a possibility we'll be discussing an issue. We call it Liberia re-examines the paradox of power. President William V.S. Todman's legacy nation builder, modernizer, or an architect of ruthless dictatorship? We're going to be discussing that. So, President William V.S. Thomas was in power for 27 years. And was he a builder? Was he a modernizer? Or was he a ruthless dictator? We got somebody who will be having a guest to be discussing style of leadership in Liberia. So we want you to be with us next Tuesday, 12th of December, on this platform at the same time, 9 o'clock Central European time, 8 p.m. GMT Liberia, and also UK time. And my name is Jamal Kamara. I want to say a big thank you and have a pleasant weekend. I want to leave you with our national anthem called Takunje. I want to say a good thank you to my panelists, my colleagues, and have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber. Stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta whip us some more, yeah? Okay, let's go.